Hey, my name is Dan. I used to work at the biggest dealership in the country and now I teach. Actually, in this video, I'm gonna talk about something else. I wanna talk to you about this thing right here. RIVIAN R1S. R1S stands for Rivian, the name of the company. 1, the model, it's their first model, and S is for SUV. They have R1T, T for the truck, and S for SUV. I love the simplicity of this company. I love how they approach just everything, starting from the design to naming their vehicles. RIVIAN 1S, Rivian first model, S for SUV. So freaking simple. So this is what it looks like. To me, this thing looks like a really old Jeep Grand Cherokee. That's kind of what it is. It's really square. It looks like an SUV. It's not playing around. They don't have a crazy ass design. It looks something between a Range Rover and the old Jeep. I really like it. The front, I don't know what to tell you about the front. I don't really like the headlights. It looks really freaking weird. I wish they had just regular headlights, and I don't think this is going to be it because I don't think it's going to pass the headlight requirement. So I think it's going to be something else, and I'm so glad it's going to be something else. But I wish they will keep the styling in the front the same. Just get rid of this weird looking light in the middle and the headlight type of thing. I mean, what is there to tell you? Let's get into the numbers, okay? RS1, 0 to 60, 3.3 seconds. Holy freaking shit, this is amazing. I mean, this thing costs $73,000. 3.3 seconds, $73,000. That's for the base model. I mean, if you're gonna be actually getting, you know, top of the line, that's what they're going to be starting off with. If you want to pre-order one and if you want to get one in 2020 and 2021, the first people that will get their SUVs are going to be the ones that order top of the line. So they're not making any regulars, they're making top of the line, and that shit is going to be easily $90,000, $95,000, $100,000. This thing is really expensive. But it's not as expensive when you compare it to Porsches, BMWs, Range Rovers, Lambos, fucking Bentleys, fucking Audi, Mercedes, Jaguars. I mean, it's not as expensive when you're comparing to those cars. Here's why it's not as expensive. Well, even though you might be thinking, well, isn't 100 grand here the same as 100 grand here? No, 100 grand with this truck is not gonna be the same as 100 grand with a fucking Mercedes or Range Rover, because Range Rover is gonna be breaking all the fucking time. Rivian, because they're not using things that are as complicated as what you see with a regular car. Transmission, engine, you got a bunch of fucking motors all over the place. You got shit all over the place. It's really complicated. With electric car, it's a lot more simpler. They have a skateboard design, wheels and motors here, and you got the battery pack in between, and you got old-fashioned frame. That's it. Everything else that you drop on top is completely up to them. $73,000, that's a good amount of money. Let's see what you're gonna get for it besides 3.3 seconds, 0 to 60. Holy shit. Porsche Turbo, oh boy, watch out. You're about to get smoked by this big freaking truck right here. So the base model, which you're not gonna be able to get for a while, is 103 kilowatt hours, 240 miles of driving, 402 horsepower, and 413 torque. That's the base model. That is insane. That's the base model. Let's move on. Second one, 135 kilowatt battery, 310 miles of driving, and 753 horsepower and with 826 torque. That is abso-freaking-lutely insane. I mean, really, this is absolutely crazy. I don't know what else to say. Now, this is the top of the line, and this is what I would suggest. If you're going to be buying one, this is what you should get. Because when you're going to be reselling it, it's going to keep its value higher comparing to the other two models. The top of the line is 180 kilowatt battery, 410 miles of driving. That is pretty freaking insane. You can drive entire fucking day. Go to a hotel, charge that bitch up, and move on. That's it. It only takes like 2 hours to charge this thing fully. Well, like an hour and a half. I'm exaggerating. Hour and a half. But here's the best part. 700 horsepower, 826 torque. The only downside with top of the line model is it's not gonna have 7 seats. Every other model is gonna have 7 seats except this one, and I really wish they would fix this problem because it's a family SUV. I mean, it has enough room for 7 seats. Let's make it happen. Come on, dude. Make it happen. Make it happen somehow. I don't know how you're gonna do that, but you gotta make 7 seats on all of them. So this thing weighs as much as a fucking Suburban and some. 5,900 pounds. That is a shit ton. Now, you can tow 7,700 pounds with it. That is actually freaking insane. On top of that, it's self-driving. It can drive itself on the road or a highway. You don't have to pay attention to the road. You can take your hands off the steering wheel. I'm not telling you to take a nap, but I guarantee you there's going to be people that are going to be doing that. Plus, it's 2 years ahead. So the technology is going to be, it's really going to be out there. A lot of things are going to change. Now, it does have quad motor system. So what that means that each wheel spins separately. So it's going to have torque vectoring. All the best part about it being all-wheel drive or a 4x4, I don't know what category to put this thing in, because really its own, this thing is completely different. Now, on top of that, if you want to charge it, this is how it's going to be. 30 minutes for 200 miles, 60 minutes for 320, or hour and a half to charge the whole thing. So in an hour and a half, you're going to charge the entire truck and you're going to be good to go for another 400 miles. That's really impressive. That is freaking amazing. And I love how he's not talking about going to fucking space, Mars, saving planet, going green, none of that bullshit. None of that. He's just straight up, he's being really honest. He's just being really simple. Check this out. This is the question that I saw in an interview. One of the Fox guys asked him. Just listen to this.
Why are you doing this? Is this a save the planet thing? Is it a good business plan, or do you just want to make a super cool trip vehicle?
And as we look at that, really that core question of why do we exist is something we spend a lot of time thinking about. And what we see today is there's a gap in the market for customers that are looking for something that they can enjoy and take their family places and go on trips and load gear into the car, put the pets in the back, but still do that in something that's very responsible, very exciting, and makes the trip easy. So that gap has allowed what we've seen, the growth and popularity of SUVs and trucks in the United States, but those products haven't seen a rethink in terms of their architecture or in terms of some of the compromises we talked about before.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He saw a gap in the market. Ford didn't see it, Toyota didn't see it, Chevy didn't see it, Mazda didn't see it. Nobody saw it. He saw it. Hey, what's the biggest type of vehicle that's being sold in America? SUV. What's the car that everybody really, really wants? What's the car that's most popular and has the most hype? Electric cars. Let's put those two bitches together and see what kind of wetness we can get. I'm sorry. Not really. But this is, I mean, this is freaking awesome. I really like this company and this dude right here. To be honest with you, I cannot wait until they go public because I think they can actually make some monies. I'm not an investor type of guy. I typically don't invest, and I recommend that nobody invests because stock market is just a big fucking scam unless, you know, you get really fucking lucky. But this company in the very beginning, if you're an investor type of guy, if you're looking to invest, this company is actually something that you can invest. You will be able to get this truck here in early 2020, but let's get real, it's going to be probably January or February of 2021 because there's going to be problems, there's going to be delays, there's going to be situations that are going to be happening, you know, like with every big company there's going to be problems. So early 2021 you're going to be able to get this. It's going to cost you around $90,000 because they're going to be only selling top of the line models. So I'm really impressed. I would really like to get one. So your monthly payment on this bitch is going to be somewhere around, I mean, $1,800 a fucking month. People pay that money for a house and somebody's going to be driving a truck for that much. I mean, instead of getting a Porsche or a Bentley, you get this thing right here. I think it's so much better, so much cooler. Just the cool factor of this thing is freaking amazing. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up below and click the subscribe button over my head, or watch one of those two videos if you want to see more money saving tips about cars. This is Dan with 60 Minute Car. I'm signing out and I'll see you on the internet.